couple months ago, I put out a video on adjusting the bridge, the tremolo bridge setup for an Ibanez guitar. And what I didn't know was the, set screw. The way mine was set up is I didn't really have to do too much adjusting to the height. And as I started to put these videos out, I had a couple comments where people were talking about the set screw. And then I started looking at it, researching it. I found quite a bit of information on the internet that seemed a little sketchy. So some people were talking about the actual screw that's down in the bottom of this. There's actually another set screw in here, and this is a 1.5 millimeter Allen key. Now, as I put this in, what's interesting is some people were talking that this is reverse threads, and I can understand how that happened. For instance, if you back this counterclockwise and you go all the way, it'll reach a hard stop, and I figured out why. So when you turn this fully counterclockwise, you're going to feel it reaches a hard stop. And when you do, don't go any further. And let me show you why. What that means is the set screw that's down inside this cavity has backed all the way up. If you try to go any further, you'll likely strip the head. So let me go back. Let me back this in all the way again. All right. Keys so I can get a nice measurement with my calipers. All right. I need to put my phone down and try to do this. As you can see, I'm going to bottom this out right here. Okay, it's bottomed out. The measurement right here is 33.15 millimeter. Now let's go ahead and back this out. So and I'm going to go counterclockwise, which means it should be going up. That cap screw is going to be all the way up, which should give me a higher reading, right? So that's 33.15 was it all the way in. Okay, I'm bottomed out. And that reads 38.41. This inside set screw, when you've gone counterclockwise, right, you've backed it all the way out, which is in the up position. If you're going to make a bridge adjustment, first thing you do is put your small Allen key in, right, and go counterclockwise until it's all the way up, okay? Once it's all the way up, then you know that that's out of the way so that you can put the larger wrench, and then you can either, what I like to do is actually go and having it in this position. So if I had to, if my action, right, if I wanted my action to go up, I would then go counterclockwise, right, with this hex key. And I might actually go just like a half a turn and then go back and measure. If the action is too high and you want it to go lower, then you need to go clockwise. So if you just think about that for a second, the way this post is threaded is that as you loosen it, it's going to cause this post to go higher, which is coming up, which will bring the bridge up. And conversely, if you turn it to go tighter or clockwise, you'll force it to go down. All right, so let's say you've made your adjustments and now it's time to lock this, right? And what you're doing when you're locking this screw is, as you put this smaller 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench in, you turn it clockwise, and you don't have to go very tight, okay? You just go all the way down till you feel it snug, and then just give it a little bit of a turn, right? Just a gentle tightening. What you're doing then is by that screw bottoming out, it's going to be putting force on this adjustment post, which the threads on that will then come in contact with the insert that's in the guitar body itself. And by putting pressure on those threads, it will then effectively cause this adjustment screw not to move at all. So that's how the mechanism works. So just make sure you have it the same way on both sides. And I'll turn this one in because I had made an adjustment there. All set. Okay, there you have it. Feel free to leave me any feedback in the comments below. And I am going to do another video on this 5-way selector switch. I've owned a few Ibanez guitars, and these 5 ways that they install stock. I don't know if it's what causes it, but all I know is they get scratchy and stop working. So anyways, you'll see that video out very shortly. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Be safe and get back to playing guitar.